When it comes to shapewear underneath dresses and gowns, I'm somebody who very much prefers a bodysuit most of the time over shorts. Shaper shorts definitely have their place. You know, I'm not knocking those. I own a few pairs. I wear those as well. But I love the feeling of a bodysuit underneath a dress because everything is contoured, shaped, and it's all one piece, and it's just very, very comfortable underneath clothing, especially because you usually don't have to wear a bra or underwear with them, and it's almost like being completely naked underneath your dress while also having an amazingly contoured shape. So I am going to compare Honeylove's Open Back Bodysuit. That's what I've got in my hands here. This is a full bodysuit with built-in shorts. And I'm going to pit that against the bodysuit that I got from Skims, which is, this is open bust but low back, so you can wear it with any bra that you want or none. And it's also got shorts built in too. And I'll let you in on a little secret now. The shaping and contouring with Honeylove is far better than Skims. Skims are comfortable, they're fine, but Honeylove is far, far better in terms of compression, shaping, and just support. So I'll show you what it looks like, you know, what both look like underneath the same dress, so you can kind of see how they work, and I'll tell you everything you need to know about the pros and cons of each and what to consider before you buy either, and of course why I recommend Honeylove over Skims. I'm going to be pairing Honeylove's Low Back Bodysuit against Skims Open Bust Low Back Bodysuit. So we're going to see how both of these do beneath the same dress to see what the shaping is like, what the comfort level is like, because of course when it comes to shapewear, shaping and contouring and slimming and smoothing are all important, but so is your personal comfort. So we're gonna see how these stack up against each other. So there's one quick trick that I want to mention, and I know that sounds gimmicky, like I'm gonna tell you this like one little secret. You can actually wear the low back bodysuit with a second bra when you need more support in the front and you don't care about having an open back. Personally, I love bodysuits. I love the all-encompassing, you know, fit and the smoothing and just everything is all in one piece. But there are certain dresses and outfits that I need a little more support for in the front. And although, you know, the low back bodysuit is somewhat supportive, this is not the same as having a full-on bra. That said, you can wear them together and it actually looks kind of cute. They actually, you know, there's, not that I'm trying to give Honeylove ideas, but you know, that's kind of cute, I think. It's just a little trick that I discovered. You know, I've been wearing shapewear a lot, obviously, so you know, any little tips and tricks like that I'm gonna pass on as I discover them. And yeah, like this is my latest fave. Although I normally model my shapewear under very, very form-fitting dresses, it occurred to me that there are a lot of situations where you're going to want to wear shapewear underneath even loose, flowy dresses because, you know, when you're outside and the wind is blowing and, you know, things end up hugging your curves or blowing against your body, you just feel more confident knowing that you're contoured underneath even loose clothing like this. This is one of my favorite dresses, and I realize, you know, I am very hippy dippy, you know, but this is very much my style. And even though this is like really loose, shapewear helps things to drape off of you a lot more, you know, effortlessly and comfortably. But as you're moving, and especially as the wind is blowing, and you know, if you're outside or wherever you're going, your body's shape underneath even a dress like this, it contours and just adds an element of confidence and comfort too. So right now I'm wearing Honeylove's Low Back Bodysuit, which again, you know, doesn't have a low back, clearly, but I am completely contained underneath this dress in a way that is comfortable And I feel like no matter how I'm moving or how my dress moves over me, I'm going to be, you know, contoured, shaped, and just look really good, instead of, you know, feeling like it's just baggy or hiding my figure, because that really isn't why I love clothing like this. I love the sort of drapey, flowy, you know, clothing. And that isn't something that you often think, oh, I need to wear shapewear under. You don't have to, but it definitely helps with the way that, you know, the clothing lays, falls against your body, moves against it. And again, it does help to boost that confidence too. So yeah, this is what this dress looks like with the Honeylove Low Back Bodysuit underneath. And you know, it's just, the dress bounces right off of my body. But again, if I'm out somewhere where it's windy, or you know, it's just from moving around, my body's shape underneath it looks fantastic. Right now I am wearing Skims, the Open Bust Bodysuit. So it's got like the shaper short and, you know, the open bust part for wearing with whatever bra you want to wear it with. So from a comfort standpoint, Skims is okay. Like, it is comfortable. It kind of, you know, it's moving with me, and you know, it pretty much offers like the same coverage as the low back bodysuit from Honeylove, but that's about where the similarities stop. I can see Skims maybe being really, really effective for somebody that does not need a lot in the way of shaping. You know, if you just need the very bare minimum in terms of contouring, and it's really more like just to, you know, make you feel a little more smoothed out, it's probably great. When you're looking for something that actually offers a lot more support, especially through the midsection, this is not that. Skims, I would say that it feels a lot like wearing regular pantyhose and not even control top, to kind of give you an idea of how much you know, support and shaping I actually have through my midsection. Like, it's just like regular pantyhose. It's not, there's no targeted compression, and like as I'm running my hands over my body, like I can feel all of the lumps and bumps that Honeylove smoothed out and Skims does not. So, you know, it's, if you're looking for actual like shapewear that is going to hit those target areas and, you know, contain everything smooth and contour, yeah, Skims maybe isn't that. So in terms of support and shaping, Honeylove is the clear winner against Skims, at least in my experience and for my needs. Which, you know, when I'm looking for shapewear, I want it to actually shape me and support me, and, you know, contour those parts of me that I feel need more smoothing or just, you know, gentle contouring. Skims doesn't really do that much, at least for me. I do think it's comfortable because it really feels like it's barely there. But, you know, if you're somebody that's looking for more targeted compression, you know, through your midsection, more shaping through the waist, and just general shapewear, you're gonna want to go with Honeylove. So in terms of targeted compression, so this is Honeylove's bodysuit laying sideways, just so I can kind of show you, you know, a little bit about the design. So this is the bra part. This section through here, like as I'm running my fingers along, I can feel panels inside that offer like the targeted compression through the midsection. And then you've got the short at the end. Whereas Skims, so this is the Skims bodysuit. From top to bottom, there's no difference in the compression or design. Like, it's just like the same exact material, same exact compression level from top to bottom. Beyond the contouring and shaping differences between Honeylove and Skims, there is one very important thing that I need to tell you before you purchase either one, especially if you're getting a bodysuit for underneath your wedding gown. So a bodysuit is going to go over your shoulders, down your body. It's sort of like it's an all-in-one shaper, right? So Skims. This is the crotch of Skims, which, you know, it looks fine, like there's a little cotton patch in there. It's like a normal crotch, right? So that means that when you have to go to the bathroom, you have to take the entire bodysuit off, like down, to do that. Whereas Honeylove has a very smart design. They use what is called a split or double gusset in the crotch, which basically means you've got a crotch that, you know, it's covered, but it splits open. So you can actually use the restroom without taking the bodysuit down, which on your wedding day especially, you're going to probably need help in the bathroom anyway, because you've got, you know, pounds of gown and material and things that people are going to have to like hold out of the way for you. You do not want to have to worry about taking off a bodysuit too. It basically would mean pretty much taking off your wedding gown entirely just to use the restroom. So that's something that I can't stress as being important enough. Any shapewear that you're wearing underneath your gown, whether it's a bodysuit or even shorts, if getting that off is going to be difficult, you need to find something that offers a split gusset like Honeylove does. And on that note, when you have shapewear that has a split or double gusset, practice at home a little bit. Get familiar with how to use it, because on the big day or any other day where you're out in public or out and about, you're going to want to be confident in using that without making a mess. It's not difficult because, you know, the gusset especially, like, it's very stretchy. As terrible as this looks, it's very, very stretchy, so using the restroom is surprisingly easy, but you still want to have at least a practice run or two just so you don't have any accidents. Considering the pros and cons of Honeylove's shapewear, whether it's the bodysuit or anything else, the construction quality is amazing. This is the bodysuit, kind of like laying it on its side, but you can see like up towards the top, there is some boning, like very, very flexible boning, like that's super bendy. It's not like pokey boning, but this just sort of smooths everything up the sides. And the design of this is, you know, it's thicker for compression. You know, it has the targeted compression through the midsection especially, which is why I recommend this above Skims, because when you're looking for shapewear, generally you want to be shaped. So, you know, Honeylove is going to get that done. But there's targeted compression through the abdomen, built-in shorts that prevent, you know, your thighs from rubbing together, and of course, probably most importantly, the split double gusset in the crotch, so you can use the restroom without having to take the entire ensemble off. There aren't many cons to consider. Really, the biggest cons come down to the cut and style of your wedding gown. You know, not every piece of shapewear from Honeylove is going to work with every gown. So you're going to need to look at the cut of your neckline, the cut of your bodice, and then kind of look at Honeylove's shapewear to see what might work best underneath your gown. But in terms of price and quality and just comfort, I love Honeylove. They support me in ways that, you know, I didn't realize my body needed supporting, but it is definitely the one I recommend the highest. Considering the pros and cons of Skims, it does have some pros in that, you know, it's comfortable. Like, the Skims really are comfortable. I will give them that much. Like, it the whole, like, the construction of the bodysuit, it's airy, it's lightweight, it is very comfortable, but that's pretty much where it stops, because it's not, I really think that it's probably great for people that don't need much in the way of support. When you're looking for more control and compression through your midsection or anywhere else, like, as you can see, like, this is the whole bodysuit. There is no area that has special or targeted support. It's just all kind of the same. And, you know, it's not even very high compression. It feels a lot like wearing pantyhose over your skin, but not even control top. Like, control top pantyhose actually offers more compression than the Skims bodysuit does. And again, and this is the biggest con outside of that, is the crotch on the bodysuit. There is no split gusset here, so anytime you use the bathroom, the whole bodysuit is going to have to come down. That sucks. Although I definitely think there is a place and time for Skims on some bodies and under some dresses, and in some situations it's probably okay. When it comes to shapewear, when you're looking for something that is actually going to shape and contour your body, in my experience, Honeylove surpasses Skims in every way. And you know, from the comfort to the contouring, especially, like, you feel contained and shaped beautifully, but you're not being compressed to death. Whereas, you know, Skims, you're barely compressed at all. So it's like, it gives you the feeling, like, Skims gives you the feeling of being, like, slimmed down, because you feel that against your skin, but, like, you don't actually see much of a physical difference. I think that's how I would put that, actually. That's exactly how I would describe that. Whereas when I put on Honeylove's shapewear, and especially the Honeylove bodysuit that I have, I feel confident, I feel shaped and, you know, compressed and just slimmed and contoured, because I am. And that's the biggest difference. Honeylove offers targeted compression in the areas where you need it most.